What's up, guys? This is Andrew Leon. He got what place you come in?
I came in third this time.
Yeah, and we got Zayd Slater. Shout out to his mucus. And we topped with what'd you play this time?
The same thing I play just about every time. Sub-swaggers.
Sub-swaggers?
Sub-swaggers.
Shout out Sub-swagger on the YouTube.
As of 3 seconds ago, yes. Don't forget to check out Joshua Som's first place BA deck profile. Good old Joshua Som.
Let's get into this list, my man.
Yeah, that's what you got.
What do we got? How many cards is that?
It's triple sleeve. I guess we're gonna start with the traps first. This was face up.
The most important part of the deck.
1 Ice Dragon's Prison.
Can you spin it around?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
1 Ice Dragon's Prison. This format doesn't need it, but when Sword Souls and stuff come out, I'm probably gonna bump it up to 3. But this is supposed to be a Crossout Designator, but I only have 1. So I didn't know what to put else in there, so I just put this Ice Dragon in. And I pulled it, so I thought it was really cool. I run 2 Strike. 2 Final Battle. 2 Punishment. 3 Imperm. And 3 there can only be 1s. I don't really know what to say about the trap.
Why only 2 punishment?
I like 2-ofs. 2-ofs mean you can run more variety of traps, and it's enough to see them, but not enough to brick with them. Unless it's like necessary, like game
And
winning.
the card's
like
only
this.
once a turn, right? So like
Yeah.
if you did draw multiples, it doesn't do as much?
Yeah, I mean if you draw 2, it's not bad because you do it on your turn or his turn, and then back on your turn. But you know you only need to see the 1. You really want to see your city and everything. You don't want to see a whole bunch of trap cards. But I just like 2. I like 2-ofs. The variety and you see it enough, but you don't again draw like too many of traps that you don't need.
Yeah.
Except for this one. This one's pretty good.
Auto win, you gotta play it. And the other one you can use from hand.
Yeah, this is just a hand trap. This you want to maximize as many hand traps as you can in this deck. Because if you're not playing, your opponent's not playing.
Worth
That's
to live by.
pretty much the trap lineup.
This man started with the traps.
Let's go. Those cards win games.
3 Veiler, 3 Ash, the 1 Umastrix, the 1 Archer, the 3 Super Hand Trap, and 3 Guru.
Is Phoenix really like a hand trap? 'Cause you can't use it turn 0, right, if they go first?
It's the best. It's arguably the second best card of the deck.
Well, I'm, like, do you, when you're deck building, count it as a hand trap? Or like an engine card?
It's more of a hand trap than an engine card because the only thing it does is what it does in the hand or field. It's really good because it's really good on the field, you know, because it reborns from the grave or the hand. And I've used that effect multiple times, but like 8 times out of 10 when you're using Fiendus, it's probably to negate something. But it's really good mid game because again, it doesn't target and it summons from either the grave or hand. So if they like call by you or they banish something or try to affect your graveyard, it doesn't target. So if they banish something from there, you can summon from the hand or just
You just summon a different thing?
Yeah.
That's kind of lit.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm waiting for the Ulti OTS reprint.
One day.
I hope so. Collector's Rare, something good. This is pretty standard. This is standard. I run the pure version, so you run. I run an Umastrix. If you don't run pure, you don't need the Umastrix because you have another boss monster run. But I like
What's
pure.
not pure? Is that like Dragoon builds?
Dogmatica, or.
So you only play punishment? There's not a...
I only play the punishment.
We're not going to see Nadir's Servant pop up?
No, but that's really good. I ran the Dogmatica package and it was really good. But I opt to play this because I like running duality.
That's a good reason. I like that card a lot too.
All these are standard. Again, max. I just put in 3 Veilers because Veilers going to be really, really good this next format. Coming up when Sword Souls and everything comes out.
It turns their turn off.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for coming out.
You Veiler it and you pretty much win. So, and I run again the Crossout Designator. So, you know, if I end up getting Veiler myself, I just, yeah. But yeah, everything here is pretty standard. You always run 3 Guru, you always run 3 Fiendus. You typically run 1 Archer, and this is yay or nay, but again, I run the
For
pure,
you, it's
so
yay.
For me, it's yay.
I like that a lot. That was cool.
Best card in the deck, 1 Cave Clash. Most people, even if you don't run the pure, don't run this card.
Yeah, I've never seen many people but you
They're
play
wrong.
it, but
This
you've
card
always
wins,
played
This card
it.
wins me the game. I mean, it
You've been
doesn't
playing that
always
card
win
for
the game.
years. You played that back when the cards weren't out yet, and I'd play you with the proxied cards.
That's
if
back
you
when
had
I
that
ran
on
like
your
2 or
list.
3, and that was really bad. But this card is really good because it permanently turns on Guru. The attack and defense gain matters, and it has mattered, and it's won me games. It gets over Dragoon. If you have Umastrix in this and a couple set cards with your trap, you beat over Dragoon, even if they negated once or twice. And that's came up a handful of times. And it makes Guru 2100 most of the times, and again, it turns it on. So, and when you, I've had a lot of instances where my opponent would pop or destroy all my traps, my Subterror traps, and those are, again, really good cards to have. So I'd attack and I grab it back and just continue to, pretty much snowball on the way in the game. And it adds back Fiendus, so you don't have to constantly keep searching Fiendus. Or if you run out of Fienduses, which does happen,
You don't actually run out.
this makes sure it doesn't run out. It sucks when you draw it first turn because the only time you want to really search is like turn 3, or not turn 1, which really sucks. And this has bad moments, but the good moments outweigh all the bad moments with this card. You don't need it, but I would strongly recommend any Subterror to play this card.
It was 150 and then they're like...
1 Terraforming because I can't run 3. The 1 Crossout, which was super. This card right here alone, just at 1. I didn't have to run it, but I was playing. I pulled it, so I was like, I might as well run it. And I was playing against Eldritch, and we were both top decking at this point. He had, speaking of Eldritch, shaking his head over there. So he had Golden Lord, and we were both top decking at this point. And he drew, and I just had this card set because I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to use this for at this point. So he drew Duality, and he activates Duality, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I run Duality. So I crossed out my own Duality for his Duality, and then next turn, what was it? I top deck City?
Yeah,
I top deck City, and then I won the game.
Other than like in weird instances where like, they both play duality and whatnot, what hand trap are you scared that like you want that card to resolve?
Ash is the biggest scare. Sometimes if you Ash City, you lose.
Would you play through that card?
Absolutely.
You just got to get them still.
It helps. It's a mirror match card. It's
The Guru mirror match.
it stops Ash, and sometimes stopping Imperm and Effect Veiler kind of matters. It's mainly for the hand traps, but Ash is like the biggest.
Droll is pretty bad sometimes.
Droll's pretty bad. I don't run
post
Droll.
side.
I don't run Droll.
Would you side one Droll?
I would consider siding 1 Droll because Droll's pretty good. I don't have to worry about Nib, which is really nice. But I would run this at 3 if I could. Again, I take out the Deep Prison and something else. I don't know. I'd have
You
to
played
figure- I'd have to
Dimensional
figure it out.
Prison?
Deep Prison?
Ice Dragon.
Or Ice Dragon's Prison. Yeah.
You gotta stop those attacks.
That card's gonna be a lot better in next format, so I'm probably gonna end up running the main.
Deep Prison's busted next format. Buy my
Oh,
boy.
this was the other card I take out just because it's basically the same thing.
That's deep area.
Yeah. We're getting all the D's mixed up.
Is that
So
better than Crossout?
probably not. I mean, it's really good. I'd probably run all 4 honestly, but I think my deck's really tight and I don't want to go past 40. So I'm probably gonna switch this and the Deep Prison for the Crossouts. But that might be something to change because
Crossout might just be better than that
Ice
card.
Dragon's
You can't
Prison.
get spells with that.
Ice Dragon's Prison would be
but-
really
But
good.
if you're
next
scared of
format.
Ash, that card means that like you don't even have to like.
And this thing also doesn't do anything. It's like Tri Brigade.
I mean,
you know?
what do you mean? It still does something.
It's not as.
Whoa, are you gonna
This card
side a
does
Revolt?
nothing compared to that. That card does something. That card will always do something. Complicated will always hit a card.
Banishing a Tri Brigade card though is just. It almost doesn't do anything unless they already have it in the grave.
Fractal.
Yes. That's true. Cobalt is just good anyway. I don't know.
You probably play 2-1, honestly.
I could play 2-1, but I would. Yeah, 3 again. I wanted to get all the hand traps. 3 City. Anyone that.
That card's an FTK.
Yeah. That's, anyone that doesn't know what City does.
If City resolves, you lose the duel. You
very
have to
easy.
side a Ghost Ogre against it.
Combo.
3 Duality
full
and 3
combo.
Extra. You want to see City as much as you can. You want to I don't know how many times I can tell you that I've had both of these cards in my hand. Both of these cards in my hand, and I still don't see City.
Is Prosperity? Would you rather play Prosperity then? Over the dualities or like extra?
Well, I don't think that Prosperity and Extra have overlap. Like, you can only use one per turn,
They do overlap.
But like
you can't use both
You can't use
extra.
both.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
can't.
mean.
But this you can use both,
This,
correct?
yes.
So like rather 6 cards off the duality.
So the thing is, the idea of getting that City, like, digging through 6 versus drawing 2. If you ran the Dragoon, if you ran anything but pure, I would say yes, especially so you don't banish Dragoon and stuff and all that good stuff. But when you're running the pure, you want the plus rather than the better possibility of getting something easy. Because if you have City in this and they just ash this because obviously they don't want you to draw 2, then you just City and they have 4 cards in hand.
And even if you don't draw City, you could just like get 2 traps
Yeah,
or 2
as long
hand
as you
traps.
see Guru and a couple traps, you're typically pretty good.
Since you're not playing Dragoon, there's no like kill potential, so like you'd rather just see the more cards to let you live through your opponent's turn.
Yeah, I need to keep my resources and advantage up as much as I can. Because again, even if I don't draw what I need, drawing like another trap and a hand trap or something, or just again drawing the extra cards versus picking a card that my opponent's gonna know what I have, I believe it's more value than running the Prosperity, at least in the pure build.
I haven't played it a lot, but I feel like I'd agree. I like draw cards
I've
and
been
trap
playing this
decks.
deck for years, and I've
I don't believe you. Everyone at locals can attest to that. So yeah, we
I
can go
think that's the
over,
best way to play it.
Side and extra.
Yeah, my extra deck is pretty insane. This is one of the best cards in the game. This card is 5,000 attack.
Name a monster that can beat over it. I'll wait.
Exactly. Run 3 of these things. I run 2 of these things.
They're trying to close. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're just, again, for punishment. They have high attack, they're all the same.
I was like the artwork. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
You can't play 6 of one card, cheater.
3 in the tisk, because again, it's like a +1 with punishment. And I've had instances where they're running the Dogmatica package, so I'm able to just send like 2 of these
Just wreck
and
'em?
just pop. Yeah, exactly.
Like, thanks for coming out.
These 2, because again, it's kind of like the tis, but sometimes you don't need to pop an extra card, so you can send this.
It's like a delayed one, right?
Exactly. You just banish it, pop like a monster just when you decide to. There's a spell version of it that's coming out. I thought it was coming out this next set, and I really want to run it. It has less attack, but it could be like you never know when it's going to be good when you're going to pop a spell or trap versus a monster. And I'm probably going to end up running that. I'm probably going to take out these things because I used to run Starlight Road, and then I took them out, and I never did anything with this. So I have 3 Stardust in my deck.
It's your favorite monster, that's
It's
why.
And then this thing because
When they attack, it shuffles back, right?
it's when your opponent destroys, I think a monster, when he destroys a card by battle or card effect, I can banish it, target one card they control, and then shuffle it. So if they Lightning Storm me and I have this in the grave for whatever reason, well, guess what? They lost a card.
Woohoo!
I'll shuffle a Lightning Storm back in their deck. So the extra deck is really flexible.
I can tell.
The only
You
thing,
play 6 monsters because they have high attack.
the only thing that if you ran the Dogmatica stuff is that you just gotta run the Tis. Everything else is kind of just up in the air.
Probably
The Tis
should
is
play
just-
Omega, right? Would you play Omega over the Stardust now that you don't need them?
Probably. I don't see why not, but I don't really care. Honestly, I never needed it.
Fuck
But,
a graveyard.
To each their own.
Side deck because they're about to kick us out. I think.
The only thing Subterrors are really scared of is going second and then back row next.
Bro, you could banish this off Nobleman. Or off
Yes.
Crossout Designator.
I tried to do that against, but I ended up banishing Duality instead because he didn't have it. So,
Are they kicking us out?
Harpy's obvious. Harpy just does what it does. Lightning Storms because, again, this is the ultimate back row hitter, and most of the times if you don't have City, your cards are pretty much set anyway. So you don't have to worry about, like late and mid games, this could be live, which is also really good.
There could be only one, I think, was your only Floodgate, too. So
Yeah.
all your traps, when they come face up, they then go to grieve.
Yeah. So Lightning Storm's just good in general, and it gets over, squishy boards, Well, the ones that can't be destroyed by card effects and whatnot, But it's really just for back row. That's like 9 times out of 10 what I put it in for.
Don't worry about it.
Panker Tops, kind of still for the back row, and again, especially it's Panker Tops.
Let's go.
Do what Josh doesn't do this the whole time. 3 Alpha. I love this card. This card.
Because you're an alpha.
Yeah. This card
Betas will be hating.
doesn't activate the summon, so it forces out something to. If they can't get rid of it, you literally just bounce it back, summon it again. This card has been really good to me. And it's really good. It gets Dragoon out of the way, or at the very least baits it out. And again, it's a 3,000 beat stick. You just summon. And I also run. Where are they? 2 kaijus.
Yeah, we gotta go.
And I've kaiju'd over something, summon this, put the kaiju and this back into my hand, and if they have another monster, summon this again. And then I still have my kaiju. So this card just gets over really somewhat specific boards. But if you know what you're playing against and they're only running like a couple like Sword Souls or something, this would be really good. Because it baits out their negate, or it just, you know, baits out, because they don't have a lot of interruption other than
And their synchro negates on field and doesn't destroy, so even if they do negate, it's only 28 and you just punch over it too.
Yeah, exactly.
They could, like, you use that, it baits the monster negate, then you could punch in a Baroness and it's just value city.
Yep.
What's next, Leon?
My other 2 Ice Dragon Springs, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
And then the 3 Judgments for... This could be a main deck card, but
That's what I was gonna say.
I mainly only... If I know I'm going second, I'll pop it in, because again, Lightning Storms and all the other stuff I don't feel like seeing my opponent do. But I just don't want to draw it going second game 1. It still could be good, but again, it's really one of those you want to see it if you know you're going first type of card.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much, that's my profile. It's definitely subject to change. It's going to change.
In-depth profile. I like it.
Any final words or anything?
Shout out to your hobby play. Shout out to Joshua Sam.
You pointed like he was here.
He is.
He's
Yes?
here in
What?
spirit.
No, he's not.
I got excited as fuck. I haven't seen that guy in a bit.
And I'm going to be running this till I die. Because every other deck sucks except
I hope
this
you
deck.
play it for years then.
Yeah, man, there can only be one. What are they going to do?
Lose? Or take
Yeah.
it easy, guys.
Thanks, Leon.
Thank you,
I
guys.
want to do the thumb up in the camera too.